What's up, Chief? Come on, I can talk to you right here. What's your name and your badge number? What's your name and your badge number? I can hear you, so we can. I can get your supervisor. Get your supervisor out here, sir. Get your supervisor out here, sir. Get your supervisor out here, sir. Do you understand me? Do you know who you better run my goddamn tags again? Get your goddamn supervisor. Shut the fuck up.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Southern Draw Law. My name is James White, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, former police officer. Now, today's video comes to us from my home state of Tennessee. It comes to us from a YouTube channel called Timothy Ward. Now, in full transparency, the source video is about 37 minutes long, so I edited out all of it except the relevant portions for our discussion. But you really should go over to his channel and watch the video in its entirety and give him credit for sharing it. The cool thing about this case is that it gives us a bunch of different issues that we can talk about on one single traffic stop, so I'm really looking forward to the discussion. So Mr. Ward's been stopped here by an officer from the Clarksville Police Department. Clarksville is just outside of Nashville, considered in Middle Tennessee, but it's on the Kentucky border across from Fort Campbell. Tennessee is made up of 32 different judicial districts, each with its own elected district attorney, and that district attorney has the authority to create what are known as drug and violent crime task forces. So you'll notice right off the bat that the officer is wearing something different than a normal uniformed patrol officer. So more than likely, he's an officer assigned to a task force. So the thing you need to know about task force agents is that they don't do traffic stops for the purposes of enforcing traffic laws. They are either doing a highway interdiction, or they've gotten some information from someone, they've gotten an anonymous tip, or they have a confidential informant, or maybe they've been tracking a vehicle from some area of town, and sometimes they straight up profile people. But to be sure, any traffic stop performed by a task force agent, it is a pretextual drug investigation disguised as a traffic stop. And here, Mr. Ward does an awesome job of blowing that situation up and making it obvious that he knows exactly what's going on. Let's watch.
A suspect. Okay, I'm a suspect. What crime did I commit, sir? Since I'm a suspect, what crime? Improper lane change?
Yes, sir.
So no blinker, right, sir? It went. Stop stuttering. No blinker. Speeding. How fast was I going, sir? How fast was I going, sir? How fast was I going, sir? What's your name and your badge number? What's your name and your badge number, punk? What's your name, punk? I will be filing a complaint on you, too. Speeding. How fast was I going?
Sir, you were doing more than 40 miles an hour.
How fast was I going, sir? You pulled me over for speeding. I was going more than 40. How fast was I going, punk? Okay, it's all right.
I just asked for you to roll down the back window because I can't see into your car.
You. The windows rolled down. I can hear you. Perfectly fine. You.
That's not what the request is.
You. That's the. Is it a proper demand, sir?
I can't see through your car right now. What if I don't know if you have a gun pointed at me right now? Huh?
Yeah, this is a gun, right? This is a gun, y'all. He just said he does not know if it's a gun pointed at him right now. This is a gun, y'all. This is what we're considering a gun nowadays, y'all. I'm a black man. Look at this coward. Look at this coward, y'all. We're going to make him. You're going to be famous, sir. Watch. Just like the rest of your people. Y'all going to all be famous with the right one.
I just asked for you to roll down the back window.
And I rolled it down. I can hear you perfectly fine, punk. Like I said, I don't have to roll my window all the way down to make you feel comfortable. You. I don't have to let my window all the way down to make you feel comfortable. We're going to make this punk go viral, y'all. Then he said I was speeding, right? Then he said I was going more than 40. That's not the question I asked you, sir. I said, how fast was I going? How fast was I going? Is that what you're going to say in front of the judge? We're going to have fun in court, buddy. We're going to have fun in court, buddy. I didn't know more than 40 was the speed limit. Okay.
All you have to do is roll down the back window.
I don't got to do shit you asked me, dude.
Okay.
I don't work for you. You work for me. So you don't work for me?
I don't know who you are.
I'm sure you done ran my tag. I'm a taxpayer citizen. You work for me, punk. And if you don't know it, you will know it soon. I guarantee you. Because you try to threaten me. You try to threaten me by telling me to let down my fucking window. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And then you pulled me over for some bullshit. Talking about improper lane change when I have a blinker. I have my turn signal on. First off. Second off, you try to say that I'm going more than 40. Get the fuck out of here, you clown. Get out of here. This is tyranny at its finest, y'all. Tyranny. Tyranny. Now he try to say reckless. Now he try to say reckless because I said I got a turn signal on and I'm going the speed limit and everything is on dash cam too, punk. Everything, the speed limit and everything is on dash cam. We're gonna have fun in court with you, man. I swear I am. He can't even tell me how fast I was going. Then now he want to say reckless. What made it reckless, sir? Hey, what made it reckless? Well, he don't want to answer no more questions. Reckless. Wow. I bet the judge throw this dumb shit out. So you basically looking for drugs and guns, right? Huh? You basically looking for drugs and guns then, right? Basically. I really understand you got the window half open. Yeah, you can understand me. I can hear you perfectly fine. Yeah, that's why he pulled me over, y'all. Black man dreadlocks, y'all. Yeah, he probably ran my tags and shit. That's probably why he pulled me over. Yeah, but you got the right one, punk. I swear you do. Okay, we got another officer here now. Is this your supervisor? It's the supervisor. Great.
Now you'll notice that this officer has changed his story as far as the justification for the stop like 3 different times during the first couple minutes of the stop. The first thing he does is he mentions that he stopped him for an improper lane change. Now the fun part about this, and probably unbeknownst to both Mr. Ward and to the officer, Tennessee actually has an appeals court case that came out a few years back that said that an improper lane change is not a lawful reason to stop a vehicle. It's actually not an infraction in Tennessee unless that lane change hinders traffic in some way. So if it's just you and you're driving on the highway and you change lanes and nobody's around, then it doesn't matter whether you use a signal. But if it's you and you think you're alone and there's somebody in your blind spot and you change lanes not realizing they're there and they have to take evasive action to keep from hitting you, then you've committed a traffic infraction. So if an officer is somewhere around and sees that, then that would be a valid reason for the stop. Otherwise, improper lane change is not a valid reason for a stop. Either way, the justification evolves from an improper lane change to speeding, which gives way to this hilarious exchange between Mr. Ward, who's a full-grown man, and this officer who looks like he's 13 years old playing cops and robbers. It becomes pretty obvious based on the exchange that Mr. Ward is playing chess and this kid's playing checkers, and he's asking questions this kid hadn't even thought of. That's evidenced by the fact that the only thing the kid can come up with in answering his questions is that he was doing more than 40. And if you actually listen for a little while in the video, he makes a statement, well, I was going 45 and you kept pulling away from me. So that actually lets you know that he's using the worst police tactic for speed detection in the history of law enforcement called pacing. And pacing is where you observe a vehicle and the idea is that you get up beside it, you try to maintain the same amount of distance for the same speed. So let's say you're trying to maintain a car length at 40 miles per hour over a quarter of a mile. And then you can say, well, I was able to maintain 40 miles per hour and I didn't close the distance and the vehicle didn't pull away. So I believe they were going 40 miles per hour. The problem with that is that it relies on the person not realizing you're there, because anybody who sees a police car or someone following that close is going to do something besides maintain their same speed. So it's not reliable. And the biggest problem that you have with it is that police officers who can't math think that they can testify that a person was doing 80 miles per hour because they had to drive 80 to catch up with them, because again, they don't understand physical math. And then after a little while, it gets evolved even more to a reckless driving accusation, which is even sillier than the first two. None of that really matters, because all they were really trying to do is to get him to roll down his window enough that they could allege that they smelled marijuana so they could have probable cause to search his vehicle, which he rightfully refused, because he's correct in stating that he does not have an obligation to roll down his window so the officer feels safe and has a plain view into his vehicle. And before you ask or make a suggestion otherwise, yes, Tennessee is still a state that the odor of marijuana provides probable cause to search a vehicle. I know it's stupid because there's no discernible difference between the smell of, say, hemp flower and marijuana, and most canines are not even trained to alert on the odor of marijuana anymore. But we still use it and we still believe in it because weed and heroin are the same in Tennessee, but I digress. Just as a side note, Mr. Ward did a really great job here of getting this prepubescent task force agent boxed into a narrative. Not only does he corner him on his reasoning, but he manages to describe to the officer and to the officer's supervisor the way the officer's reasoning has evolved from bogus to bogus to bogus to more bogus all along the way. So he's basically destroyed the case before they ever make it to court. And in that way, the reason it's helpful is that, let's say that they decided to search the car anyway, or they said that they smelled the odor of marijuana and they searched it and they found something. All of that would probably be suppressed under the doctrine of fruit of the poisonous tree, because he did such a good job in gathering evidence of the changes in the officer's justification. Now let's see what the supervisor has to say.
Can I get your name and your badge number?
Sergeant Henry. Provide your driver's license information.
Under what crime do you suspect me of committing, sir?
Traffic infractions. Roll down your window.
What crime do you suspect me of committing, sir? He said that he suspect me of speeding, okay? Now, he said that, and it's all recorded. It's all recorded right there. That's a dash cam. You see that, right? All recorded, okay? He said that he suspect me of going over 40 miles. Over 40. So if he said over 40, clearly he doesn't have anything on the radar. Over 40, all right? And everything is documented right here in my car, okay? First off, hold on. I'm talking right now. I'm talking right now. I'm talking. Second, I asked for a supervisor, sir. You're going to listen to what I'm saying. I'm sure you don't care. I'm sure you're going to back the blue as well. And I'm sure you probably got tyranny as well. All of y'all are tyranny. I understand. Second of all, he said improper lane change, when clearly I had turn signals on to show which lane I was going in. All right. Second off, after I stated that, now he want to say reckless driving, and I understand you putting your gloves on like you finna break into my car or something. Now, if you're threatening me with arrest, if that's what you're threatening me with, or any kind of bodily harm, I'll give you my license. But I guarantee you I'll see you in court.
Okay. So here's how this works, okay?
I guarantee I'll see you in court. Come on, talk.
You talk. My turn, okay? So the way this works is you argue it in court, okay? If he decides to write you a ticket or not. But on a traffic stop, you have to provide. I
don't have to provide nothing, sir, unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
So here's how it works. Okay?
Unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
Provide your information, you go to jail for those crimes.
Well, thank you, sir, for violating my rights and threatening me with arrest, okay? Thank you for violating my rights and threatening me with arrest, all right? Now I'm gonna, hey, listen to me. I'm talking right now, okay? Listen, Linda, listen. Now I'm gonna reach for my license, okay? Now I'm gonna reach for my license, all right? Don't shoot me, all right, punk?
Insurance and registration as well.
All right, punk. Just hold on. Let me reach for my license, all right?
So actually the supervisor's right here. In most states, you have to give your driver's license if you're pulled over for a traffic violation stated by the officer, whether or not you believe the stop is bogus. And the reason that matters is that not giving your ID can give way for a reason for them to arrest you for other stuff that you won't be able to get out of because of fruit of the poisonous tree. So Mr. Ward was wise to give him his license in the end.
And I will see all of y'all in court. All of y'all. And now, when I start doing open record requests, and when I start showing up at the PDs and everything like that, doing my First Amendment right, it's all because of this right here. Just remember this, all right? Here you go right here, punk.
Do you have your insurance, sir?
Write me a ticket for it so I can see y'all in court. I need your name and your badge number as well, sir.
What's up, sir?
I need your name and your badge number as well. Everyone out here.
I'm Officer Joffrey, Clarksville Police Department.
Your name is who?
Officer Joffrey.
And what's your badge number?
We don't really have badge numbers. My call sign's 239 Charlie, though.
Can I get all the other officers? That lady that just walked back, I need everybody's name.
So what's got you so mad?
I need everybody's name and badge number.
What's so mad?
I need everybody's name and badge number. I answer no questions. Thank you.
Okay.
I need everybody's name and badge number. That's all about I need right now.
Okay. That sounds
You gotta come to the other side, man. You gotta come to the other side. I can't. My window don't work. It don't work. My window don't work. You can come right here and I'll let the window down. You can explain it right there. Man, come on, dude, man. I can talk to you, bro. Come on. I don't got to let my window down for y'all, man. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all acting like I got to let my window down. It's not a law to say I got to let my window down, bro, to talk to you, bro.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ward, you're getting cited with two things today. Drivers to exercise due care, and then your no insurance because you refuse to give us your insurance today, okay? So, with that being said, you're getting cited. You must appear in general sessions Wednesday, April 24th at 10:30. You understand that? Yes, no, go f myself, something? Okay. All right, will you sign this saying that you understand you must appear in court at that time?
By law, do I got to sign it?
No, I just hit refuse, and if you don't appear, then they'll just suspend your driver's license.
Look, that's fine. I'm going to be there. I'm going to make sure I'm there. I'm going to make sure I'm there.
If you refuse to sign the citation, then you have to go to jail on those charges.
So, okay, so now you tell me I got to go to jail, but he just said
he was mistaken, okay? So
he's
the
mistaken.
signature's not an admission of guilt or anything like that. The signature just says that you're going to appear in court.
So why I got to sign it if he just said I didn't have to sign it, though?
I just told you he was mistaken. I'm telling you that if you don't sign the citation, then we have to take you to jail, okay?
Come on, give it to me, because y'all ain't about to f my shit. Y'all ain't about to f me up. I know y'all understand y'all want to put hands on me. Man, come on. I'm not retarded, brother. Just give me this shit, man.
Okay, I'm just showing you like I do
Okay, I plead the fifth, but give it to me so I can go ahead and sign it. Okay.
Right. Do you have a pen, sir?
Yeah, I got a pen. Hey, you took an oath, man, to protect my rights. But you did a terrible job at that today, Mr. Henry. You did a terrible job at that.
So as you can see, we make our way to our fourth justification, and this young officer decides to cite Mr. Ward for Tennessee's BS catch-all charge called drivers to use due care. Now, usually that charge is designated for times when people crash their cars into somebody else and they're at fault in an accident. And the idea is that the officer is going to testify that under the circumstances, you should have used more caution than you did. It generally doesn't get cited in a case like this where you just can't find anything to stick. So it's pretty obvious that he is just throwing anything at the wall that he can, and so it won't stick. Eventually that'll probably get undone because the officer's basically burned his entire credibility on video before he ever sees a judge. Normally when you see a due care violation, it's either an accident or it's like driving the speed limit in a snowstorm or something like that, where there are reasons why you should have been using more caution and you weren't. Now, as far as signing the citation, the supervisor is also correct here. Tennessee has a really weird statute under the Criminal Procedure Code of Title 40 where it's embedded in the misdemeanor cite and release statute, and it basically says that if a person will not sign the citation to acknowledge the court date, the officer shall take them before a judge to answer for the charge. So it actually removes the discretion from the officer under the law, and they are required to arrest. So if you're in Tennessee and you're given a citation, sign it, because if you don't, then you'll give them a justified reason that they must arrest you, because the shall language removes discretion. So you don't want to do that. These guys would have loved nothing more than to be able to lay hands on this guy and drag him out of the car and make his day worse than it already was.
And where's that female officer? I need her name as well. Excuse me, man. What's your name and your badge number? Your name and your badge number.
Hey, here's your
And
copy
your badge
right here.
number.
Here's your copy right here.
You can just drop it in here,
It's
man.
right there, okay?
Just drop it in here. Can I get
All
your
right.
name and your badge number?
Have a good day.
Can I get your name and your badge
Have a
number?
good day. Be careful driving.
Okay, so she's not identifying herself, right? Hey, she's not identifying herself? I need her name and her badge number. I need her name and her badge number. I need her name and her badge.
I'll get down the roadway.
So she's not going to give me her name and her badge number, right?
Back in the car.
Okay, well I'll make sure that I'll make sure when I go down there and file a complaint on all of y'all that I'll make sure I put it on there.
Back in your car.
I got you.
Because you're causing a problem now.
Now, a short note on post-traffic stop directives. You'll notice that at the end, Mr. Ward is trying to get the female officer to identify herself. Again, she may be assigned from an agency that her policy doesn't require her to do that, or she may have just decided to allow her ego to control the situation and break policy. Nevertheless, you'll notice that the supervisor is trying to give Mr. Ward some post-traffic stop directives. It's important to note that the 2015 case of Rodriguez suggested that the officer's lawful authority to detain someone ends when they end the traffic stop. So if the traffic stop ends in a place where you could walk, like private property or a county road or something where it would be okay for you to walk along the road, then you don't have to listen to a police officer's directives that are given to you after a traffic stop. They actually lack any lawful authority, because Rodriguez said that once a traffic stop's over, unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion of another offense, you actually can't prolong it anymore or hold them. And if you can't detain them, then you certainly can't give lawful directives to control their movement. Now, if you watch the video, you can see a broken white line, and it kind of looks like they're in a lane of travel. So if they're on a controlled access highway where pedestrians aren't allowed, like you couldn't walk or ride a bicycle, then it may actually be a lawful directive for them to tell him to get off the road. But if you're anywhere else, you can basically just do whatever you want, because the traffic stop is over and they don't have any more authority over you. Overall, I think Mr. Ward really did a great job on this. He antagonized them enough to get them to make mistakes and give him the evidence that he needed to defend himself, but he didn't push so far that he got himself beat up, and he did it exactly like you want to do it. Anyway, so that's all for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some useful information out of it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of it. Watch some other videos on the channel and let me know what you think of them, and we appreciate everything that you guys do to support the channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.